Okay, everybody, here we go. We have to talk big time. I think I think a game changer here is actually possible for the presidential selection, and we're going to cover that. But we have so much to talk about. Anyway, it's Friday, people. Thank goodness here. We got through another week in this freak show. Hey, look, the Bull's back. So many of you asked for this thing. So here he is. Say hello. Anyway, Friday, May 10th, 2024. You guys and girls went nuts when I moved the thing. He was right here, but now you can see him. He's hanging out. Anyway, we do have so much to talk about here. Anyway, let's start off here with this market. Really nothing. We have a debt market. Really not too much movement here. 10-year yield not doing too much. Dollar on a relative strength basis not doing too much. Cryptocurrencies did fall under pressure today. Very interesting. Very surprising after current events. You probably know what I'm talking about here, but just hold that thought. We got a gain today for gold and silver, and crude oil did fall into some pressure, but really nothing major went on today, except something big, and we're going to talk about that just real quick. I want to start off with let's start off with this. As we all know, I got first of all, I got stuff everywhere, and I try to put it like in ways that it will make sense to me and to you as I move forward here. Anyway, so gold prices settle at a 3-week high as soft. Notice the words here. Soft U.S. data supports rate cuts this year. Soft data doesn't even begin to it's totally out of touch with reality. The data has been abysmal on a grand scale. Not only is inflation continuing to rise above anybody's expectations, every single projection by the Federal Reserve has been wrong. That's obviously on purpose. They're fist feeding us fake data. And it's going to continue to. Oh, speaking of fake data, wait till you hear what else from Goolsby. That's his real name, Goolsby. We got to come up with some other freaking thing there. But anyway, yeah. So soft data. The economy is in meltdown mode, and not just here around the world. Interestingly enough, even though the Eurozone is probably even worse off than we are, my poor friends over there, their stock market is ripping higher. Now, why would you imagine the Eurozone stocks are at their highest in 16 years? And the reason for that is very simple. We know what the ECB has already talked about. They're going to start cutting rates as soon as June, and that's all that matters to this market. The economy, there's no connection anymore between anything. And I think all of you are pretty much on top of that. Now, speaking about the freak show and Goolsby. Now, this is a headline again from Market Watch. They got a lot of good ones here, honestly. So this is actually from Barron's, but it was Market Watch did feature it. So inflation will keep dropping in 2024. This is what the Fed Goolsby had to say. Inflation has gone higher. The wording here is used as a deception. Okay, will keep dropping. In other words, he's trying to sell you that inflation is dropping. As a matter of fact, nothing could be farther from the truth here. Food inflation is wiping people out, as you know. We just found out, I mean, unless the guy, of course he doesn't want you to pay attention to this. We just found out that food inflation is rising again at its fastest pace we've ever seen. But according to him, it will keep dropping. Look at this. You see, this is a liar, but he will not be held to account at all. Now, this is just earlier today. Oh, I didn't print it out. Asked a question about, do you believe that the Fed's next projection, the Fed has made a new projection, and again, he didn't mention this creature, Goolsby here, but the Fed's newest projection is that in 2025, food inflation is going to come down. Well, he wants you to know that it's going down, which it isn't, and it will keep dropping in 24. How many of you believe that this thing, he's another thing, creature, vomitous mass, puke, of the highest order? Okay, do you believe what this guy is? First of all, he's lying. He's lying to you right here. It's not dropping at all. Continues to rise, and you will know that by Goolsby. Good one. By their own numbers. We know inflation is continuing to rise, but he wants you to think it's going to keep dropping. You can't make this stuff up. So obviously this is false information here. And as we said would happen at the end of last year, more deceptions, more fake information, more look here, don't look over there, more distractions, more deceptions. Well, here's a deception in your face. And I think this, see, here's the deal. If we know, you and me, that there is no way on this earth, off this earth, in the earth, outside the earth, wherever in orbit, okay, that prices are going to come down anytime soon, and including next year, while the Fed continues to inflate. It's an unbelievable situation here. See, Goolsbee, this Goonsby, good word here. No Fed president, the freaking Bidenstein creature, can't tell you. Nobody running for president is going to tell you that the current situation with regard to inflation could be stopped in a nanosecond. You and I have covered this before. If the Federal Reserve, any central bank, really wanted to stop inflation in its tracks, it would just contract the money supply. Okay, but they're inflating the money supply. The issue of inflation is a money supply issue. There's too many bills in whatever form they exist chasing the same, or in this case, a lesser amount of goods. Raising the federal funds rate, Jeffrey knows what I'm talking about. I'm not sure, Jeffrey. I don't think we're going to get a false flag here, honestly. Being the selection cycle, nothing too big. We're already in a major false flag event with this war, funding for war, and everything else, and all that. Anyway, like I was saying, just real quick here. We were sold the lie, and we've covered this before, that by the Fed raising the federal funds rate or the overnight lending rate incrementally, that a miracle was going to happen and inflation was going to fall. And Goolsbee wants you to believe that is happening, which it isn't, because he says it's going to keep dropping, which it's not. Okay, that man, all of them, they deserve capital punishment. Okay, I'm going to say it right here, because these creatures here are destroying all of us. They are pushing the world economy off of a cliff, only to issue in a new system, a digital system, tokenized system. We've spoken about this. You all know that. That's what they would do to these kind of people back in the old times. But today, they want people to be sheep. Okay, you can't go against the grain. I'm shocked that I'm still out here. You all know that. But again, you know, there has to be a lesson taught. But anyway, as I was saying here, this whole scam, and I mean scam, that has been pushed on us has been nothing but a joke. And you know who the joke is on? It's on you, and it's on me, and it's on everybody else here, because you and I knew since day one. We called it out right here in this blog that by the Fed raising the federal funds rate, it would do nothing for inflation. It's what people don't know. And by and large, this is true, that it was never meant to work. It was just meant as a distraction. Okay, we're trying to do something about inflation. No, they're not. Contract the money supply, we can end it right now. But have you heard one of our loving, caring politicians talk about this? Anyone running for president talk about this? The current imbecile behind the Resolute desk, he doesn't know his own name, so he can't tell you. You understand? Can't put a sentence together. But that's just besides the point. And this whole thing is just completely out of control on a grand scale. Anyway, so there's an interesting phenomenon occurring here that may be a game changer for the presidential selection, and we're going to start to talk about that. How many of you remember this creature, this thing, vomitous mass? Totally, she was on a crusade and still is against Bitcoin, like most Democrats. They're against cryptos. They're against this stuff big time. It's an interesting phenomenon. And here, I want you to pay attention to this. She's talking about greed. She's talking about greed here. All right, greed, let's specifically, lawmakers scrutinize nursing home companies for executive pay, dividends, and stock buybacks. This woman, in case you don't know, is a multi-millionaire. You think she got there by not being greedy? Honestly? But she's on a crusade. She's on a crusade against crypto, against Bitcoin, and now against greedy companies. Really? She probably has a lot more money than the people in those companies, don't you think? She's pretty wealthy. Anyway, you can't make this stuff up either. Now, let's talk further. So earlier today, I put this out. Lions and friends, would you consider yourself to be a Bitcoin crypto advocate, supporter? 41% of you said no. I do not advocate nor support cryptocurrency. 59% of you said, I advocate for and I support crypto. You all know my position on this. I am a major crypto advocate and supporter. I own crypto. Everybody knows that. It's just no secret. Now let's back up in time a little bit. Now we understand there's a presidential selection going on here. In order for a president to be selected, a few things have to happen. They have to first, and they all do this. They all have to go to Wall Street first. They have to get the stamp of approval by Wall Street, the major corporations, the international ones, the multinational corporations, the banks. They have to go there first. Once they get through that hurdle, then they could go out there and make make their plea to the people. Even though it's not your President Trump, Donald Trump knows that there's no election and there is a selection. Okay, he's already come out and said he believes the dollar is too strong. He's talking about cutting the corporate tax rate. A couple of moves here that maybe could get him selected. Now, with regard to the dollar here, dollar devaluation, that's a huge one. And it's a message right to the Federal Reserve that, hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. For the multinational corporations, they want to hear this stuff. Obviously, this is what Democrats are for across the board. We already know their thing here. But a while back, and I do not hold this against Donald Trump at all, okay? He called Bitcoin a scam, all right? A lot of you who support President Trump bought into this, and you believe it's a scam. In my view, again, it is not a scam. But you are entitled to your own thing. Now, today, the internet and everything is buzzing about Donald Trump. Now, it took me a long time to get my head around cryptocurrency here. I didn't like it. There are probably videos, old ones of me talking about it as a scam, okay? Just like President Trump used to do. But this all changed. And I applaud this man. I applaud Trump for what he is now saying. You guys are entitled to your own opinion, and I'm going to tell you what's on my mind because I don't give a damn. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you like it, that's fine too. But the man has finally come around. So this is what he's doing now. Trump gains crypto investors, including me, support at Mar-a-Lago. And he says, if you like crypto, you better vote Trump. Okay, that's all well and good. Trump pledges crypto support and will accept it as a campaign donation. Now, this is not good for the Democrats, in my view. Okay, Robert, thank you. Democrats, for the most part, they despise this stuff. The fact that Trump right now is reaching out to crypto supporters and saying he'll back it up, this may be a game changer because, again, what do we know the new system is going to be? The new system is going to be digital. The new system is going to be based upon a tokenized system as well. So this, in my opinion, all right, again, the president has to be selected. He's got to play the game. Being that Trump now, President Trump, is now an advocate to crypto and pledges to support it. And, the people like me who are advocates for cryptocurrency, this is rattling the Democrats. They don't like to hear this because, again, this plays into, and this is something you're not going to want to hear, what central banks want. They need someone over there behind the Resolute desk that would support a digital tokenized system. You understand? So this, in my view, could potentially be a game changer. I still say the way things look right now, we can expect the diaper-wearing creature that is currently sitting behind the Resolute desk to remain there. But in my view, what Trump has just done gives him a little bit more of an edge here to be selected. Again, it doesn't matter what we say. I, again, applaud this. I think cryptocurrency is an asset that needs to be in everybody's portfolio. I really do. I own it myself. You all know that. But anyway, that's my take on this. And I think it's huge. I think it's absolutely tremendous. And don't fault him because otherwise you're going to have to fault me too. All right. And it's okay if you do. But I was not a Bitcoin crypto advocate in the beginning. I was not. I didn't understand it. It took me a long time to realize what this stuff actually is. There's no central bank involved. You actually own this stuff. It's yours. Okay. Just like These are mine too. Okay, it was a way, or is a way, to sidestep the system. Anyway, so congratulations, Donald Trump, on your supporting cryptocurrencies and people like myself, and a lot of, not all of you, but most of you people that follow this blog are crypto advocates here. 59% of you, and this was over 2,000 people. Anyway, look, that's where we stand with all these people. Look, how much of this? Let's just, just real quick. Does any of this stuff surprise you at all in the slightest bit? It doesn't surprise me at all. The lies, the fact that the Eurozone markets are higher on the promise of easy money. You can't make that up. Soft data here in the U.S. How about we're falling off of a cliff? It's over. Inflation will keep dropping like it is, and it isn't. Liar. This guy is a thief, a liar, and a criminal. Okay? Period. But what are we going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. And then what do you think of this? Seriously, because we all love Pocahontas, right? We all love her. She's on a mission here because of greed. She's on a greed mission to go against the companies for executive pay and dividends and stock buybacks. She's a very wealthy person. So I think greed got her here too, if you ask me. But what do I know? And then we could go, of course, with this whole thing. I'm telling you, people, this got the Democrats rattled. This thing with Trump now supporting crypto has got them rattled. They don't know what to do with themselves. Okay, because this is huge. This is huge in my view. The new system is going to be digital. Don't just count on it. Okay, that's where we're going. There's no doubt about it, and we already understand it. It's already been unmasked. It's a tokenized system. Everything is going to go that way. Cash, you're going to be able to staple it to your wall and say, people, you can tell your grandchildren, we used to use this stuff a long time ago. Actually, not that long ago. Yeah, but we used to use this stuff to transact it. It's not even real money anyway. It's just pieces of paper with numbers printed on them. What the hell is the freaking difference? The system we have now is already 99% digital. How many of you use cash? Hardly anybody. We're all like, debit cards and whatever else. So, I mean, just get used to it. But unfortunately, what they're doing here with the central banks are doing is criminal. Danny K, cool deal. Privacy crypto. Yeah. Anyway, look, absolutely, it's the way to go, in my view, people. I think we need stuff again, no one's a bigger advocate for gold and silver than Greg Mannarino. Greg Mannarino has been an advocate for gold and especially silver for over 10 years. I've been telling you to hold this stuff, buy this stuff, use every opportunity to get more of it. Get exposure to commodities moving forward here, big time here. The system is coming down. You can clearly expect dollar devaluation. You can clearly expect the system to be pumped more, higher. Come 2025, I'm telling you, things aren't looking too good moving forward with regard to 2025, regardless of who is selected to sit behind the Resolute desk. That's it. Anyway, that's where we stand, people. And I think we're kind of on. Yes, cryptos did lose today. Surprising, right? I mean, honestly, you turned on Bloomberg and see, that's all they were talking about was there's this whole thing with Trump now supporting cryptocurrency. And for it to sell off today was interesting to me. But that's okay. It's a very volatile asset class. It's just the way it is. You will know that. Anyone that's in that space realizes it, and you sit back and laugh. Because all the people who have been on the opposite side of this have been wrong, not 2% of the time, not 10%, but 100% of the time, just like the Federal Reserve's projections with regard to inflation. It's amazing. If you've been on it's about time, finally, really, that Trump has come around here with regard to cryptocurrency. And I admit that I did not like the fact that he called Bitcoin a scam and cryptocurrencies a scam. It's coming around. Took him a while to do it. Sometimes took me a while too. Not as long as him, but it took me a while too. All right, people, look, this guy here loves you from the heart, and I mean that with all I got. I hope you get something out of these videos because I don't just do these for myself. I do these because I feel like we're making a difference here together. Here, this is a family, and we're taking care of ourselves, yes, but we take care of each other too, period. And no matter what they want to throw at us, no matter what they want to do, well, we will counter strategize against it. And that's what we've been doing here for years, preparing ourselves for what's coming. And it is coming. This whole thing is coming apart very rapidly. The economy is coming apart. It's the worst that we've ever seen, I think, in history right now. And people are getting destroyed along with it as central banks fulfill their end game to bring the current system to its knees. They want us on our knees, but I can promise you this: me nor anybody here with me is going to be on their knees before these freaking freaks. Okay, period. That ain't happening. With that said, people, this is Friday. You're not going to see Greg Mannarino again until Sunday for my markets. A look ahead. I want to hear from you. Please talk about the things we covered here. I want you to bring it in. You ready? Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable. People, thank you. Thank you for being here, for your friendship. Thank you for those thumbs up. Help me out with those, and I would greatly appreciate it. We got over 1,800 people here, 602 thumbs up. I put the bowl back. That alone should get me some thumbs up because so many of you asked for the bowl. I put him back, and for you. It's not for me. He was sitting right here. Now he's over there for you guys. Anyway, people, look. I don't know what else to say. Oh, you want to hear something cool that happened to me today? You're not going to believe this. I had to go pick up my truck. I had an electrical system, my brand new truck, by the way. Electrical system issue was over at the Dodge deal. So I'm driving home, la-di-da-di-da, my truck. I hear beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking next to me on this side, and it's a UPS truck. So I'm like, why on earth is a UPS truck beeping at me? So a person's looking at me, waving, and I know you're here because you told me anyway. So I rolled down my window. I said, "What's up?" Guy goes, "You're Greg Mannarino. I watch you every day on YouTube." I was like, "Yes." I was like, "Thank you." And if you're here watching, I gave you a little mention here, and it really made my day. It was kind of cool, honestly. I'm like, why is this person beeping at me? Anyway, that's it, people. Love you all from the heart. Until we meet again on Sunday, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.